you know. But that was my life. And then in 1953, there was the coronation. I've got the date somewhere. I went to when Queen Elizabeth, when King George VI died, I liked the royal family. I used to like, you know. And I was working in the civil service, and a letter went round saying we're thinking of running a coach to London to see the coronation in 1953. It'll cost so much. We're going to be leaving at 8 o'clock the night before and coming back the next day. You're all to be in work the next day, you know, if you want to go. Anyway, I said to my mum, she said, oh, put your name down. Did it mention how much it was? But I was working there. And that was a highlight of that year, really. I've written about that. Yeah. I've wrote about that. We got to London. Oh, it was lovely. It was absolutely wonderful. And I saw all the royal family and going on the mall. And we got there. We left Southport at midnight, take a packed lunch and a blanket or something warm because we were leaving at midnight. And we got to Regent's Park and we got out there and it was tippling with rain. And the police, we were herded into, like, we were leaning where the mall was. The police were saying, where have you come from? Oh, you've got to see something if you've come all that way. They were lovely. And they planted us. They told us to stay in fours. No, don't be on your own. So we were in little teams. Yeah. The organisers said, now, you know, don't wander off because the coach is leaving. Anyway, the police, I've written about it actually. I wrote an article about it. And the police, when we got out the coach in Regent's Park, we were wet. It was dark, still dark, horrible, wringing wet. And the police were patrolling. And he said, you know, go to Lions Corner House. He said, you'll get it. And we went to Lions Corner House, all wide-eyed, you know, in London. And I remember we had breakfast and we had orange juice, cornflakes and a lovely, you know, I've described this English breakfast, and the police were coming in and they said, now look, they were lovely. You follow us and we'll make sure that you four. There was different fours, not, you know. It's just the atmosphere was lovely, lovely. And he planted us, and I've got when nobody had a camera. I wished I'd have had a camera. I didn't even keep all the flags or anything. And we stood, and I described the golden coach and everything with this the Queen looked about 16, like a little fairy. And there's, what's the Saloti, Queen, somebody of Saloti, that foreign, she was in the Queen Mother and Churchill and we were all seeing. You see, there wasn't television. You didn't see these people. So these were these famous people. Winston Churchill, a lot of politicians, and the Queen Mother and Princess Margaret, and these were all people like. And
you did actually get to see them.
We saw them all. Yeah. I've written it all down. I wrote an article. I've been to Buckingham Palace since. I went. They opened it up to the public. And Dennis and I went, and I called it "Be My Guest," said the Queen, because she was beautiful, the Queen. I'm very royalist. I know there's been a lot of scandals, but she was lovely. And you know, and everybody says the same. Oh, we met people from all over. They were lovely. And the police, people were giving them toffees, and the police were handing out, you know, it was a lovely atmosphere. And you know, Queen, we all said the same. When she looked over, they all said, do you know, she was looking straight at me. She had this, she looked like, she's little, like a little doll she was. You don't think of her being small, do you? Mm. But she had this little, she looked so young, but she was. Mm. And we all said, look, she looked at me. I said, she looked at me as well. And it was lovely. And we came back to Regent's Park, and we went back into work, and those that didn't go, who said they weren't going, you know, oh, I wish we'd have gone, I wish we'd have gone. So I've gone to a lot of things. I've gone to Buckingham Palace, you know, I've joined things.